Hey, you feeling all right, Charlie?
I'm Officer Welch, Mr. Brock. This is Officer Punky. Please, sit down. Take us down, honey. Now, Mr. Brock, tell us from the beginning exactly what happened in this house tonight.
Does anyone want a lemon tart?
Oh, yes, a tart would be wonderful.
Not now, ma'am. Go ahead, Mr. Brock.
Okay, let's see, the story. As it happened, as I remember it, and as I'm telling it. Well, here goes. So, at exactly 6 o'clock, I get home from work. And my wife, Myra, is upstairs getting dressed for the party. So I decide that I'm gonna grab a bottle of champagne out of the refrigerator and go upstairs to her. Meanwhile, the Spanish cook, Rosita, was in the kitchen with her Spanish sister, Ramona, and her Spanish son, Romero. They were cooking an Italian dinner, and they were waiting for Myra to tell them when to get the dinner started. So I'm making my way up the stairs, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I've been married for 10 whole years, and I can't believe I love my wife so much. So I get up there, and I knock on the door, tap, 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 and she opens it, and I hand her a glass of champagne, and then I make a toast to the most beautiful wife a man ever had for 10 wonderful years. And then she toasts back, and she says, to the best man and the best 10 years a wife could ever have. And then we drink, and then we kiss, and we toast again to the loveliest skin on the loveliest body that has never aged a day in 10 wonderful years. And then she toasts back to the gentlest hands that ever stroked the loveliest skin on the loveliest body that's never aged a day in 10 wonderful years. Yeah. So then we drink, and we kiss, and we toast, and then we drink, we kiss, and we toast. So by 7 o'clock, the bottle is finished, and my wife is just totally sloshed, and I'm completely toasted. And then I smell her perfume, you know, the perfume that I could never resist. And in that moment, I loved my wife with more passion and ardor than the day we were first newlyweds. I say this not with embarrassment, but with a pride and joy that grows ever stronger every day for a love that lasted 10 years. Well, needless to say, we lay there, spent, naked in each other's arms. And then at 8 o'clock, it's dark outside, and there's a gentle knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. And suddenly, the door opens, and there's a strange man with a knife pointed at me. So Myra's screaming, obviously, and then I run over and I grab the gun that's in the cabinet over here, and she's shielding herself with a towel, but I run back in, and I'm ready to save my wife's life. And then the strange young man, he says in Spanish, "Yo quito se dablo, enchilada por queso in minuto." But I don't speak Spanish, and I had never seen Rosita's son, Romero before. So, and I didn't know that the knife was to cut up the salad, and that he was just asking if he should heat up the dinner now. So I point my gun at him, right? And Myra screams and pulls my arm, and the gun goes right off in my earlobe, right? Okay, so then Romero, he runs downstairs, and he's like Mamacita, El Hombre, Que Loco, Que Bang Bang. So, you know, the crazy man shot at him. So they all try to rush off in a huff, right? And then I'm bleeding all over Myra's new dress. So she grabs her bathrobe, and then she tries to run after them to stop them. Otherwise, we won't have any dinner, right? But then they drive off in their Alfa Romeo. But it's dark outside. So I look out the window, and I can't see a thing, so I think they're trying to steal my old Mercedes. So what I do is I fire at them. Meanwhile, Myra, she's running downstairs, right? She's running downstairs to get the dress that she wore for bonds for Israel. But she can't find the light. So she trips and she falls down the stairs and then she passes out in the dark. So I go down to look for her, right? But the door's open down there and I'm afraid that strange man's gonna come back. So I close it and I lock the door and then I run back upstairs because, well, I need some aspirin because my ear is killing me from the hole in it. But there's blood on my hands, and I get it in my eyes, so I take 4 Valium instead. Then the guests start to arrive. But Myra's downstairs, so I want to go tell them to look for Myra, but suddenly I can't talk from the Valium. And then, so I want to write a note to tell them to go look for her, right? But it just looks like complete and total gibberish. So, and I didn't want, I was afraid they were going to think it was a suicide note, or that, you know, because my good friend, Glenn Cooper, right? It would be really bad for his campaign to get mixed up in a thing like this. So I tear up the note and I flush it down the toilet. And then the guests, they run into my room and they're like, "What happened? What happened?" But before I could tell them what happened, I passed out on my bed. And that is the entire goddamn story, as sure as my name is Charlie Brock.